Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. So for today's chapter, we are going to present about the topic Dibagh and its application in halal industry. Before we go further into the further explanation of the presentation, let me introduce first the name of the presenter for this topic. So the presentation begin with Muhammad Nabil bin Muhammad Fadil, followed by Amirul Idham bin Abdul Samad, and then Shamirul Afiq bin Saiful Amir, and last but not least, Muhammad Faiq Hafizuddin bin Muhammad Zaid. The objective of the study is to acknowledge the proper process of tanning in industry, and also to identify the hukum of tanning according to Islamic perspective, and as well to analyze the advantages and disadvantages of tanning itself. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nabil bin Muhammad Fadil, and I will be presenting for the slide definition of tanning and legal evidence of tanning. So tanning is a process of removing remaining fat and dirt from the animal skin, in which without such removals, the skin will be damaged and destroyed. Or in other words, tanning is a process for preserving the skin from being destroyed or demolished or being affected by mold or any unwanted bacteria. So according to Malaysian standard MS 22,000, 2200 to 2012, under the scheme Islamic Consumer Goods, tanning is a process of cleansing or purifying the animal skins other than the skins of dogs, pigs, and its derivatives for the purpose of producing halal skin-based product. So based on this definition, the definition that has been made by Malaysian standard is more related and more applicable by the industry of halal itself. For the next slides, legal evidence of tanning. There is a hadith from Ibn Abbas that states Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, "Iza dubighal ihab faqat tahur." When the skin is tanned, it becomes purified. So in this hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has directly said, when you tan a skin, then the skin is purified. And in another hadith has mentioned by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the situation is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam happened to pass by a goat throne, which had been in fact given to the freed slave girl of Maimunah. And then when Rasulullah saw the goat that have been thrown, Rasulullah asked, why did they not get its skins? They had better tan it and make use of it. Which means Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say over there that Rasulullah encouraged us to use the skin to gain benefit from the skin by tanning it, because when you tanning it, the skin is purified. And another hadith from Salamah bin al-Muhabbaq al-Huzali, it said, during the campaign of Tabuk, the Prophet of Allah called for water from a woman. She said, I only have a water skin of mine made from a dead animal. And he said, didn't you tan it? She said, of course. He said, tanning it purifies it. Again, Rasulullah SAW mentioned directly about tanning, which if you tan the skin, then it directly will be clean.
For the next slide, I will explain to you about the tanning process of animal skin according to MS 2200. First and foremost, the way to clean the skin of animals other than dogs, pigs, and their descendants and derivatives is by removing all mucus, flesh and wet from the skin. If left, it will cause damage to the skin. Secondly, all dirt and najis shall be removed from the skin. The skin of animal remains unclean with the presence of any physical matters such as hair on the skin even after the dibagh process. Therefore, the hair shall be removed from the skin. Next, the substance to be used shall be able to remove mucus, flesh and wet from the skin. Examples of substance that can be used are plant-based products such as acacia leaf, manjakani, pomegranate skin, and chemicals such as alam or tawas. Fourthly, skin that has undergone the tanning process shall be rinsed with clean water to remove najis. Lastly, the process of tanning is incomplete by merely sun drying, smearing with soil, freezing, and pickling the skin. The only sign that the stains are gone is that if the skin is soaked or dropped into the water, the odor will return. If all the above has been complied with, the use of animal skins is allowed in compliance with Islamic law to become lawful clothing or halal leather goods. Here, I included a video to help you understand more and clearly about tanning process.
Hi, I'm Dave Peters, Customer Service Manager with the Wildlife Gallery Tannery. This video is part of our tanning process series. We hope to give you an overview of what takes place with your skins while here at the tannery. Preparing your dry salted skins for a tannery is easy. Let's start with capes. Each cape needs to have the eyes, nose, lips, and ears turned. The next step is to take the heavy red meat off. This can be accomplished on the fleshing beam or a shaving wheel. The next step is salting. Lay the cape out flat, preferably on a slanted surface, and give the cape a good coating of salt, remembering to get plenty of salt on the ears, eyes, and nostril areas. Let the skin sit for 24 hours. Then shake off the first coating of salt and salt again. After the second salting, you can hang the skin to dry. When the skin is 80 to 85% dry, you can go ahead and fold it and put it in a box to ship off to the tannery. When folding, take care to place the ears and head inside the skin so they are not damaged during shipping. Once your skins are ready to start the tanning process, our team of chemists will put them in a rehydration bath. After pulling the skins from the rehydration bath, they will be put into a pickle for 3 to 4 days. During this process, the pickle will be monitored for proper pH. The pickle further softens the skin, kills any bacteria that may be in the skin, and swells the skin for shaving. Shaving, the heart and soul of the tannery. Shaving is a very skilled position, and we are fortunate to employ some of the best shavers in the industry. Every skin is different as far as thickness and density. Knowing each animal and how much you should shave off without cutting holes takes time and experience. Every skin that comes into the tannery is shaved twice. After the first shaving, it's put back into a pickle overnight and shaved again the next day because the skin will swell again. This helps to ensure the taxidermist will get the best stretch possible out of his capes. After the skins are shaved, the chemist will place them in a tanning solution where the skins will tan for a specified number of hours according to our formula. The Wildlife Gallery does a synthetic and alum tan, so depending on what your preference is as a taxidermist, you have the best of both worlds. The alum tan offers a little more stretch but has more memory, while the synthetic has less memory and a longer shelf life. After tanning, the skins move on to the oiling process. Oiling is a very important step to ensuring softness in the leather. Depending on the type of skin, different oils are used. We have specially formulated oils developed for the Wildlife Gallery. Each oil is blended to ensure penetration in the skin, which in turn gives the skin softness and stretch. Each day, hundreds of skins are oiled and hung to dry. After the skins have been oiled and hung to dry, they are ready to begin the finishing process. The finishing process entails a number of steps including stretching, a controlled drying process, a series of sawdust drums, staking, buffing, and grooming. It takes several days to finish out a skin properly. The finishing of a skin takes an eye for detail, an experience and knowledge to know when each skin is ready to be broke and ran through sawdust drums. The other aspect of finishing is grooming. When the skins are stretched and dried properly, the hair is groomed and inspected before being shipped.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Shamir Rafi bin Saiful Amir, and now I will present about equipment and materials used for tanning. Okay, first, materials and equipment that use is salt, chalk, kish aruman, and we can put the skin under the sun, and finally process of soaking skin with soils. Okay, now I will explain about salt. For your information, from Shafi'iyah scholars, they did not approve the training process that using salt. But sometimes we can see many people that use salt for tanning. Okay, and then move to Kishru Aruman. So the meaning of Kishru Aruman is skin of pomegranate. Is the one of traditional materials for tanning process. Okay, next we move to under the sun, point under the sun. This is also the process that people always use. As we can see, like put cow skin under the sun. But there has been little dispute among the scholars on the permissibility of materials which can be used to facilitate training process, such as issues about drying animal skin under the sun. In this regard, scholars from Hanafiya school and part of Hanabila process approve such process, but whereas the majority of the scholars disapprove. The reason being used to disapprove because process that drying skin under the sun does not remove the dirt but rather dry the skin. If the skin is soaked in water, it will become smelly as before. So now, as I can conclude, there have been no rulings in the Quran or Hadith which have been used by either group of the scholars to support their stand. This matter is subjected to the existing practices by the related parties in the training process, based on the opinions of majority of scholars that I've told you before. It can be said that any materials are permissible to be used in training process as long as it can reach the ultimate aim of tanning, that is to remove the dirt, to sustain the skin, and also to preserve it from demolition. Now we move to next slide, which is hukum of tanning. From Shafi'i scholars, all animal skin can be used in tanning process, but for dog and pig cannot use the tanning process. If use the tanning process, the dog and pig skin also cannot be used. But it different with Hanafiya. In Hanafiya scholars, all skins except for pigs and its derivatives also can using the tanning process. Means all animal including dog but except pigs. So to make it clear, hukum of tanning in general, majority of scholars opinion are tanning purifies all types of animal skin, and the difference is just whether haram animal can be used for tanning or not. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Advantages of tanning process. Animal skin must be tanned before can be used by the Muslim. According to Islam, animal skin is considered as najis and need to be tanned as the way to purify it. Tanning process is compulsory as Islam are very emphasized about hygiene and cleanliness, as it will give greater impact in worship matter. Everything that have made compulsory by Allah has its own wisdom and benefit. Hence, there are many advantages of tanning process. One of the advantages is to preserve animal skin from rotten and decayed. Tanning process will develop a rich patina of the leather. Patina is substance which produced naturally and able to enhance character and personality of the leather product. Besides that, tanning also function to remove virus and germs attached to the animal skin which may harmful to human being. Tanning process involve the usage of salts with intent to increase the pH value into the level that virus cannot survive. Lastly, tanning process are able to maintaining and stabilizing the protein in the animal skin, which make the finished product become more quality. Now we are on effect of tanning industry waste. Tanning process involve chemical and organic compounds like chromium and vegetable tannins. These substances are essential in tanning process. However, it has many detrimental effects if it not disposed properly. One of the tanning waste effect is it may cause severe effect to human health. For example, the waste of formaldehyde may cause problem in the eyes, lung, liver and kidney. Moreover, tanning waste also cause pollution to the environment as the disposal of leather industry wastewater are hazardous due to the chemical use. In fact, a study showed that most of the river pollution in Nicaragua, Spain are caused by tanning industry. Last but not least, tanning industry waste cause animal to contain harmful toxin and harm to be consumed by human, as the animal may consume chemical scrap of tanning industry. Based on the data obtained, in the case of Bangladesh, up to 25% of the chicken contain harmful levels of hexavalent chromium.
As for the conclusion, animal skin can be used for many purposes, but even though it can be used for many purposes, we need to ensure that the material of the skin that we use is from the permissible one, and the method that we use is also according to the guideline of the Sharia, and also did not bring any harms and injury to the user itself. So even it is allowed, but still we need to make sure that it does not affect any harms to the people who consumes it, and the method of processing it must be aligned with the Sharia itself. Cannot be contaminated with any najis, cannot be contaminated with any liquor and anything else. So that's all from us. Thank you for hearing and thank you for your time. See you again.